Hello, welcome to Who's Your Life. I'm Mark and we're in the shop today. You know, it's spring and everything here in Northeast Indiana is looking green. The farmers are starting to get crops out in the fields. In fact, I've seen some corn that's a couple inches tall already, which just blows my mind. Today's a real blustery day here in Northeast Indiana. Temperatures are about perfect, but that wind will drop the temperature a little bit. Springtime is one of those times where the garage sales start and everybody, I love to go to garage sales. And what I'm typically looking for is tools. I look for old tools. I look for tools that I can use in a variety of projects that I have going on here in the shop. It might be blacksmithing, so I'm looking for hammers, punches, vices. It might be woodworking, so all kinds of woodworking tools, whether they're power tools or hand tools. I'm going to look at them. One place that I really haven't considered to look for tools is antique shops. The other week I was off of work and the weather was, well, it was spring day here in Northeast Indiana and it was raining and chilly. Just not a good day to be out and about doing too much. So I went maybe east of here, 15 miles or so, to a little antique store that I know of, and I just wanted to wander around for a little bit. And I found some tools for an incredible deal, at least what I think. So I picked them up. Now, these may not appeal to everybody, and maybe, you know, I should actually spend some time learning how to forge some of these tools, but this is going to get me into projects a lot faster. And I'm pretty excited. For everything that I show you today, I spent a grand total of $25. So let me show you what I got here on the bench. So I found all of these in one booth at the antique store. These are about 10 or 11 inches long, just to give you an idea of what I've got here. So I've got some pretty good sized punches, some really heavy duty. Now these have been used, obviously. I need to go through them, and what I'm going to do today is go through them and see what kind of maker's marks are on them, see if I can figure out what their actual value is, and then I'll let you all in on that. Some of them look to be even handmade. Some neat punches, things I'm definitely going to use in the future. And then, you know me, I just can't pass up a good hammer. Look at this little hammerhead. So you know what that means. I'm going to clean this up and I'm going to make a little handle for it. And I'm going to put it into use. Let's see if we can figure out what some of these are. All right, I wrote down as much information as I could, what I found on the chisels and the punches. There's at least one that is hand forged and it has a maker's mark on it. These range from 5 inches to about 10 or 11 and a half inches. The hand forged drift punch is 11 and a half inches. And I got on eBay with some of the actual company branded punches or chisels that I have, and I looked up those chisels and punches, and I have no barn finds here, right? Like I have nothing that nothing that's going to make me wealthy. However, I did find that they're ranging anywhere from $6 to $10 a piece, and so I have 13 of these punches and chisels that I paid $24 for, that are probably worth, let's just call it an even $100. And maybe not, let's call it between $80 and $100. I think I'd be good with that. And I use these. I'll be using these in blacksmithing and other projects that I have, just to show you that I'm not fudging on my numbers. You can pause this if you'd like, see what I spent at the antique store. And the antique store is in Larville, Indiana. I spent a grand total of $58.58. Now I only spent $24 on the punches and the chisels. The hammerhead, that little hammerhead, is about 3.5 inches long. That was $1. And then I bought a gift for my wife for Mother's Day, a primitive candle holder with a couple candles. That was $15. And then I'll show you this. I was going to do a video on this by itself, but I think I'll just show it to you now. I bought this little scope for $15. It's a Japanese scope. Probably go on like a 22 or an air rifle. And I'm just going to clean it up. Maybe I may not even clean it up. I may just wipe the dust off of it, just wipe it down, and put it on display in my room where I have all my guns and my knives and fishing gear, things like that, things that I have on display. It's very clear through it. Let's try this. That ain't gonna work. Is that gonna work? That ain't gonna work. There you go. That's pretty tough to do, but it is clear, and it's a, I think, what is this? A 4x15. So yeah, just like a little 22 or an air rifle would be what that would be best for. But leave me a comment below on what you think it has been your best buy in an antique store. Something that you weren't expecting to buy that you picked up and that you're able to use on a regular basis. Now, typically when I go to antique stores, I'm looking for little decorations. I might be looking for a piece of furniture or something I display out in the yard or something like that, depending on what it is. I have bought a couple wood mallets at antique stores. I use those in blacksmithing as well for real light sheet work. Maybe making a dish or something like that, something I don't want to destroy with a steel hammer. But I really haven't really been looking at tools, because generally the tools I find, they just overprice them in my estimation. They're trying to get too much out of them. People with sentimental value, they may buy something like that. Maybe they saw their grandfather using something, or it's going to go on display in a bar or something like that. But these I just couldn't pass up. $24, and I think I got a really good deal there. I really look forward to hearing from you. Appreciate the new subscribers. Like, comment below if you would, please. Till next time, this is Mark with Who's Your Life. We'll see you later. Cheers.